Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this new trick would blow your mind 100%. So before I show you the new trick I'm talking about, there's a question that has been asked in the Telegram channel. That is, why aren't your players defending? We will solve that in this video. Also, guys, I'll give you another trick. I'm so happy to see you guys. So, in previous video, I taught you why kicking power isn't really important. I gave you real evidence you have to decrease your kicking power. We will talk more about that. But in this video, I would show you a new trick. Now, before I show you the new trick, some of you have complained in the Telegram channel that your players are not playing the way they should. Why aren't your players playing the way they should? Now, is it because of script? I will start by saying that the reason why your players aren't playing the way they should play is because you are the problem. Now, let's tackle this issue. Before I show you the trick, you must know in this video, to tackle the problem of your players not playing the way they should. This is the reason and how to fix it. The reason why your players aren't playing the way they should play is because you are moving too much forward. When defending, I've made videos on how to defend, and the main thing is you should move backwards. Always move backwards when defending, except at your defense. So as you can see right now, I am in the last line of my defense. This is where I can move forward. And when I move forward, sometimes I may win the ball, or sometimes I won't win the ball. But most often you would win the ball when you win. When you go for it, the reason why you shouldn't go forwards always is because when you go forward, always, sometimes you won't win the ball. That is why you only go forward when the ball is in the last line of your defense. Example, this is my last line of the defense, so I can go forward at that point. And as you can see, I went forward. But even though I didn't win the ball, my other defender was able to win it. So in midfield, don't ever move forward in midfield. In midfield, just go backwards. The only time you move forward is when the ball is in your defense area. The last line of your defense where the center backs are. That is where you move forward, okay? If you've understood what I've said, comment understood inside the comment section. I see some of you sometimes comment understood. Some of you don't comment. I don't know if you've understood, but I try my best possible to make you guys understand what I'm teaching, so let me repeat what I said. If the ball is in the midfield, you don't move forward, even if you want to win the ball in the midfield. Just don't move forward because, as you can see, in certain circumstances or situations, even though I moved forward, I couldn't win the ball. So if you want to move forward, you only move forward when the ball is in your last line of defense. As you can see, I'm moving backwards at that point. The only time I would move forward is when the opponent is in my box. Like this area. Are you seeing the only times I'm moving forward? I hope you are seeing the times I'm moving forward, because this would really help you guys a lot. And you should know that even though you're moving forward in your last line of defense, even though you're moving forward in your last line of defense, sometimes you won't be able to win the ball because you have to move it precisely. It should be very accurate, like very accurate. That is how this matchup thing is. You have to move very accurately, else you would miss the ball. That is the main reason why you don't move forward in the midfield, because it's very hard to get it accurate in the midfield. But when it's back in your defense line at that point, it's quite easy. It's quite easy for you to get the accuracy. And even if you don't get the accuracy because you're holding the matchup would try to automatically control and navigate your players' movement to make sure you win the ball at all cost. So right as you can see what I'm doing, I'm moving backwards, forward at the same time. And that is how I managed to win that ball. Move backwards at that point and forward. You see? So yeah. It's tricky at times, but the most easiest part is when the ball is in the midfield. Just move backwards. That's the easiest thing you can learn about this matchup. Then midfield and strikers just move backwards. and win it when you get all the way back to your center back defense area. That is when you move forward. You'll only move forward, and your defending would be very, 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 very easy for you. And before we talk about the main trick of this particular video, let's take a very, very short break as usual. When we come back after the break, I'm going to show you a very, very killer trick in this video. So, welcome back. The trick here is to use a classic number 10 playstyle player. In your midfield, that is the biggest trick you should know. And the way it works is that this classic no 10 player is going to save his stamina throughout the entire match. And when it gets to the 80th minute, that is when you'd see this classic number 10 trick, playing to his maximum best, better than every player on the field. As you can see, my classic number 10 player is so killer because his stamina wasn't down at all, as compared to the other players. My other players' stamina are down. The opponent's player's stamina are also down, because he doesn't have a classic no 10. But my classic number 10 played in such a way to save stamina. From the first minute to the 70th minute, it would save his stamina. But once you cross the 70th minute mark, that is where you'd see that your classic number 10 player is actually balling, is playing to his maximum best. And that is why you can see my attack is going like very, very crazy, very, very killer at the end of the match, because my classic number 10 trick is working. So the thing you should do is make sure you have a classic number 10 in your attacking midfield. When you start the match, your classic number 10 won't play to his best until somewhere around 60th minute. But once it gets to 70th minute, this classic no 10 player would show you that he is the GOAT. See my opponent's squad, very, very lethal, dangerous squad. But because of these small small changes I've made inside my team, I can defeat any squad and any opponent at all. Look at the stamina of the classic no 10 player. You can see that his stamina is very, very high compared to all other players on the field. So with the classic number 10 players, from 1st to 78 minutes, they may not play to your best interest. So you have to be patient, because this classic number 10 has to save his stamina. So sometimes you want him to attack, but he won't attack. Sometimes you want him to defend, but he won't defend because he's actually saving stamina for the 70th minutes. And the best place to play them is in the EMF position. You can also play them at second striker position, but the best place for them, classic number 10 playstyle players, is your attacking midfield. And as usual, guys, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. So make sure you wake your ass up and smash that like button. Join the Telegram channel for more tips and tricks. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Check out the next video for more cool tricks and tips. Classic and crazy tips you've never seen before ever on this channel. Ayo, that is the next video, guys.